Hello and welcome, it's me, Yoshi, you again, on the Yueyang on the map Haven in the Domination game mode. Today we are running a hybrid of torpedo and gunboat build, and yeah, well, in this game, as you can probably see from the video title already, I scored quite some damage, and yeah, well, how this game plays out, you will probably are going to see it now. First of all, we are trying to push down the flank on the Bravo side. I mean, the team has 2 destroyers and I believe 2 or 3 raider ships, so I'm not gonna be too aggressive. Also, our team has 3 destroyers while the other team has 2. 2 of our destroyers are already heading for Charlie and Bravo, so there's no need for me to push to Bravo for now. So I'm trying to spot, especially between these rocks, onto the hotel line. And I'm trying to spot some targets there. Maybe I can engage them, because the rock in my front left is perfectly suited to take cover behind and shell the enemy. Well, my torpedoes still need 45 seconds to reload, so I'm gonna wait here for a bit. Together with me and the destroyer in the center, we should have soon vision on the first ship. We can already see the first ship over there, and we can already see a Tashkent who bravely pushed into Bravo. We also have a Shapayev pretty close behind us, so dealing with that single destroyer should not be a problem. Of course, he smoked up, so currently I'm just waiting for our Shapayev to use the radar to reveal him. We have a destroyer and a Shapayev and 2 battleships moving in on the location, so I don't really feel the need right now to stay here and support them. There's also gearing, so a destroyer will probably fall back. I will just try to head to the south, to the Hotel in India line, in order to torpedo the battleships that are coming my way. As we can already see, there are at least 3 or 4 battleships coming into this direction, so we can assume that the enemy is pushing this side. So I'm going a bit wide and going a bit more defensive here. Meanwhile, I'm watching the pathetic try of a destroyer trying to rush into 2 enemy destroyers. And our Shapayev is trying to use radar now. It's a bit too late for that, though, in my opinion. And for some reason, the Shapayev is leaving its cover and is pretty much pushing into the cap as well, if you follow the minimap. Meanwhile, I'm currently trying to top in the direction of the Yamato, especially because the other battleships around there are slow. The Yamato is reversing, so I'm probably not going to hit the Yamato, but especially that angle is very, very nice for ships that are just leaving their base, the delta side. So I'm not maybe getting the first ships, but the follow-up ships, because they're usually less aware about torpedoes. I know where the destroyers are, so it's very unlikely that my torpedoes will be spotted. There's also no CV, so unless the ship has hydro, my torpedoes will go unspotted all the way down there. I'm currently just waiting for the enemy to move up, because if I smoke up here right now, we just lost our destroyer, I won't have vision. So I actually have to engage without using vision. The enemy cruiser, the Rune over there, is currently arriving away, but the Bismarck's pushing in. So if I'm starting to kite this Bismarck now, I can pretty much gun him down. I don't really need smoke right now. I have only 5 charges because I'm not running Superintendent, but usually most of the time you don't really need it. Yeah, well, I already set the first fire on the Bismarck, so I'm deciding to hold my fire. He already lost quite some HP as well, and I already got a torpedo hit in the back. And I have 2 aims on me, so would rather not take too much of this engagement. I lost around 1.5, 2k HP. Since I'm running Adrenaline Rush, this is actually in favor of me. The gearing, the most dangerous destroyer, is already dead, and the Tashkent can be easily dealt with. So I can just use smoke up, use the smoke to engage the Yamato. The Yamato took a top to the nose, so if I set a fire on him, he will burn for quite some time. My battleships here are already retreating, so I need to watch out that I'm not falling too far behind and that I'm getting rushed down by the enemy cruisers. But for now I can just focus on the battleships and farm some damage. Again, I'm trying to get this very long angle onto the hotel line, because the ships that are usually further south, like India line, they're usually turning a lot, so it's harder to hit them. I'm just hoping that I can maybe also catch a cruise off guard that's trying to hide behind some islands and is reversing. But for now, nothing is stopping me on gunning down this Yamato. Maybe I will get some shells onto the Rune as well, because the Yamato is already burning very nicely. Rune is reversing faster than I expected, though. Yamato is continuing to push. It's very nice for me, at least. Sadly, none of the torpedoes hit. And the Yamato probably spotted most of them as well. But I can immediately reset a new fire on the Yamato, so it's still pretty decent. My smoke is running out, so I'm gonna hold fire for a bit. 6 kilometers from my Yamato is still pretty close. I got 1 torpedo hit on something and 2 more torpedo hits on the rune. And I have a Tashkent closing in pretty quickly on me. So I have to hold fire for a bit. I don't want to be engaged by 3 ships at once. I only have the GK on my side to support me. The Bismarck over there is pretty low, but I don't really want to secure the kill right there. The GK is going to do it, and I don't really want to give away my position. I'm going to use engine boost to increase the distance to the Tashkent. The Tashkent will probably still take it up to me, but I still want to draw him in a bit in order not to get into the crossfire of the Henry and the Bismarck. Also, I'm waiting for my torpedoes to be ready to drop onto the Yamato again. Then we'll smoke up, and we'll also use that time to engage the Yamato and the Tashkent again. Yamato seems to be turning slightly right, so I'm putting one front, one a bit back. As long as the Yamato is staying nose into the GK, one torpedo should at least hit. I'm gonna see if that torpedo is gonna cause a flooding, or if it's gonna kill the Yamato, and then I'm probably gonna engage either the Yamato or the Tashkent. As we already can see, there seems to be at least 2 torpedo hits. Perfect. Of course, the Yamato is going to repair this and probably also going to heal. And the Yamato should stay spotted because of our GK. Yep, the Yamato repaired. That means I can slow down now and engage the Yamato and set fires on him again. This should probably draw the Tashkent in, because the Tashkent is seeing my smoke, so he's probably trying to top rush me, or is just trying to rush me in general, because he's Russian and he's probably pretty proud and thinks, yeah, I can easily take down this Yueyang, he can't top me after all. I'm setting a double fire on the Yamato, so I'm deciding to wait for the Tashkent, and the Tashkent luckily appears at the perfect timing. Showing the broadside, aiming for the engine. Knocking on the engine once, he repairs, getting the wither at the same time on the Yamato, hitting the engine again, so he won't be able to rush me really, he's pretty much full stop, and he's down. Yamato still burning, double fire, I'm gonna put an end to it, just putting some more shells on it to secure the kill before the GK steals it from me. And there we go, Yamato kill secured, Arsonist. We are at 187,000 damage so far. On 6 torpedo hits and 2 kills. Bismarck in the south is still alive. GK sadly didn't manage to finish him off. So I'm deciding to get a bit closer to engage the Bismarck, because the Bismarck is not really a threat to me, so I'm just happily engaging one in distance. Change course and speed a lot of times. It can be hard on this distance to hit with these gun arcs, but it's still certainly possible to deal some damage. Maybe I'm lucky and the rune is turning into one of those as well. I'm considering to wait a bit maybe. Bismarck again shooting me. I just want to set a new fire so the Bismarck is dying to the fire, because he already put his repair party. And there we go, the fire is set. I'm sending some more salvos a bit further front for maybe a second fire. Since I used my smoke, don't really need to. I was just thinking about finishing the rune, but the GK already took care of that. Bismarck is now done as well. Next, the closest target is the Conqueror. He's in a position where he might be grounding. So I'm of course going to help out with that Conqueror. Maybe our Yamato will be able to deal some damage. Maybe we can take down that Conqueror. We still have the battleships in Alpha after all. They should be able to both get shots on it. Okay, Yamato sadly died without dealing much damage to the Conqueror. But from this position I can safely engage the Conqueror without even being spotted or being shot at. The Yamato is too far, the Conqueror can't do much from here against me. Hits are currently even, so the only thing that matters for us is pretty much kills. And I can't really push into Bravo right now. Getting the high caliber there, engaging a bit on the Yamato that's reversing. Biting down the Conqueror in an attempt is not very smart, so I'm focusing on more squishy targets like the Henry or the Yamato. Conqueror is trying to shoot me, but not likely he will hit me on that distance. I already secured one fire on the Yamato. Seeing the Yamato there shooting at me, but I'm deciding to ignore it. Was probably a mistake, took about 3 or 4k of me here right now. But I still have this island that I can perfectly use to shoot over it. Still have the 2 crew ships, pretty much full HP. We still have the destroyer and the Hindenburg on the other side. They should be more than capable of holding that flank for themselves for some time. So I'm deciding to focus on the Henry and the Yamato here for now. Maybe dropping some tops on the Yamato. Yamato accelerating, so maybe I can assume that he's going full speed and maybe driving past the island. Probably not. Yamato sadly not spotted by me or anybody else, so I'm deciding to engage the Henry again. He's immediately moving behind an island again. Moving a bit further behind, so there's no chance that the Henry can top me. And I'm continuing to shoot the Yamato. We are on 242k damage so far. And we are setting a new fire on the Yamato. Yamato has a fire, so I'm shooting the Henry again. Which we definitely need a kill sooner or later. And if I can force him to leave that rock, that would be very, very good for us. Got a fire on the Henry. And he's behind the rock right now, so I'm shooting the Yamato again. Telling my team to focus on the Henry. Sadly, our GK behind us already lost a lot of HP. It's down to 10k or so. Deciding to use AP, even citadeling the Henry there, knocking out his engine. But he's angling up very, very quickly, so I'm switching back to HE. The GK is going down, sadly. But we should be able to finish off this Henry by ourselves. My smoker was running around, so I was hesitating whether to shoot or drop torps and leave. But it seems this was more than sufficient. The Yamato was probably wary or doesn't have the acceleration to get past that island very quickly, so I'm holding my second set to eventually catch the Yamato once he goes around the island. Rune is engaging me, but he's not really a threat to me. Checking out what the Missouri over there is doing, half HP, but he's not really in a position where I can engage him effectively. Yamato again has no fire set on him. We gotta change that. Sadly, first salvo misses, and luckily my prediction was more or less correct, and the second salvo hits him with one torpedo on the nose. Now the Yamato is forced to repair, of course, and I'm in a position where I can set a fire on him again. The Rune is of course trying to engage me. While I can't shoot the Yamato, I'm just putting some shots in the direction of the Missouri, without really putting too much thought into it. Missouri is reversing, so I'm changing my angle. And hey, the Yamato is there again. Oh, it would be a shame if somebody would set a fire on you. We're on 308k damage so far, but our team is pretty much behind by points. We just lost the Hindenburg as well, but luckily the Z50-46 got the Missouri as well. Now this Yamato is very low, but we have only 100 points until the game is over. And I'm not sure if our GK can kill this Yamato in time. I'm of course trying to support on this. I'm deploying smoke. My torpedoes are ready, but the Yamato will probably reverse, so there's no real point in dropping them on him. Also, one of my torps just got disabled, so it's probably more effective to just shoot the trackers with the guns. Yamato still has its fires only, so I'm setting a fire in the Conqueror as well. There we go. Now I'm using my raw gun DPM to try to take down the Yamato. There are only 30 points left until the battle is lost. Engine is still down. We need vision on the Yamato. If we don't, it's lost anyway. So I'm deciding to go for sacrificial spotting here. Once I can not hit the Yamato anymore. Just gonna drop my top, maybe I'm lucky and get the rune. Now the Yamato. I know there's a rune and Charlie pushing me, but maybe OZ-50-36 can do something about it. But it's only 20 points left in the battle, so there's no real point in trying to stall lap and trying to go around now. They're not able to kill the Yamato in time. And at this point I die, and it still doesn't matter if I die or not. Because we would have run out of points anyway. So it was probably good to push in and do still a lot more damage to the enemy. And then I caused a bit more than 366k damage, and with the majority of it being actually raw HE damage and fire damage. The torpedoes only did about 97k. And then I think it was a pretty boring game, because it was pretty much just sitting in smoke, torping and shooting. But I thought I should show this to you guys, so yeah. Also, I hope you like my new microphone, and I hope we can see each other in the future. See you around. It was me,